In this episode, we are going to delve into the world of the Knight Despoiler, so sit back, relax, as we go on a journey. In the grim darkness of the far future, the colossal war machines known as knights, once symbols of imperial might and chivalry, can fall from grace to become monstrous engines of destruction in service of the ruinous powers, the Chaos Knights. Their lore is a tale of tragic betrayal, insidious corruption, and unbridled savagery. Knight Desecrator. The Chaos Knight Desecrator is a colossal war engine in Warhammer 40,000, a corrupted echo of the Imperial Knight. These titanic walkers, once proud symbols of chivalry, have fallen to the insidious influence of the Ruinous Powers, their noble pilots twisted into monstrous extensions of their machines. Here's a deeper dive into the lore of the Knight Desecrator. The fall from grace. Like all Chaos Knights, the Desecrator's story begins with a noble house that succumbed to the temptations of chaos. This could have been through insidious corruption. The whispers of the warp, subtle at first, gradually erode the sanity and honor of the knight's pilot, leading them down a path of depravity and devotion to a dark god. Desperate measures. Facing overwhelming odds or existential threats, a knight house might turn to forbidden pacts with demons or the dark mechanicum for power, sealing their own damnation. The Horus Heresy's legacy. Many of the oldest Chaos Knight houses are remnants from the Horus Heresy, those who sided with the Warmaster and embraced chaos during that galaxy-spanning civil war. Once tainted, the Knight's Throne Mechanicum, the neural interface that connects pilot to machine, becomes a conduit for warp energy. This can fuse the pilot's flesh to the machine, leading to horrific mutations and a symbiotic yet torturous relationship. The Knight's chassis itself may warp and grow, adorned with blasphemous iconography, chains, and grotesque visages that reflect the depravity within. A weapon of annihilation. The Desecrator's primary role is to be a relentless force of destruction, specializing in obliterating armored targets at range. Its signature weapon is the Desecrator Laser Destructor, a massive energy weapon capable of melting through tank armor, dreadnought hulls, and even the shields of other knights with terrifying ease. This weapon is a testament to the Dark Mechanicum's twisted ingenuity, combining forbidden technology with raw warp energy. While its long-range firepower is its forte, the Desecrator is far from defenseless in close quarters. It typically mounts a powerful melee weapon, such as a Reaper chainsword, a massive chain-bladed weapon capable of scything through infantry and light vehicles, or a Warp Strike Claw, a monstrous gauntlet that can tear apart heavy armor and even other knights. This dual capability makes the Desecrator a versatile threat, equally capable of dismantling enemy vehicles from afar or crushing any who dare approach. Harbinger of Dread. Beyond its raw destructive power, the Chaos Knight Desecrator also wields the psychological weapon of fear. As part of the Harbingers of Dread army rule, its very presence on the battlefield causes enemy units to falter. This manifests as a debilitating aura of despair, causing enemy units within range to suffer penalties to their battle shock and leadership tests. This terror can break enemy lines and leave them vulnerable to the knight's brutal onslaught. Furthermore, Desecrators often act as cruel taskmasters to the smaller War Dog class knights that accompany them. They drive these lesser machines into the fray, their aura granting the War Dogs increased accuracy with their ranged attacks. This makes the Desecrator a central pillar of a Chaos Knight force, both a devastating independent combatant and a force multiplier for its infernal retinue. Servants of the Dark Gods. Chaos Knights, including Desecrators, may swear allegiance to one of the four great powers of chaos, Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, or Slaanesh, or they may be Dreadblades, lone agents, or mercenary knights that serve no single master, but instead follow their own path of destruction and self-interest. Regardless of their specific allegiance, all Chaos Knights are driven by an insatiable hunger for destruction and the perverse honor of serving the Ruinous Powers. In summary, the Chaos Knight Desecrator is a terrifying symbol of corruption and destructive might. It is a corrupted titan, its very being warped by the warp, wielding devastating weapons and an aura of despair to crush the Imperium and spread the glory of chaos across the galaxy. Knight Ruinator. The Chaos Knight Ruinator is a relatively new addition to the terrifying pantheon of corrupted knight war machines in Warhammer 40,000, explicitly designed for one singular bloodthirsty purpose: to utterly annihilate a chosen foe. It is a specialist in focused, brutal, close-range devastation, relentlessly hunting down its designated target until it is nothing more than mangled ruin. Here's a breakdown of its lore and characteristics. The Hunter and the Hunted. Unlike other Chaos Knights that might spread indiscriminate destruction, the Ruinator is a predator with a very specific quarry in mind. Before a battle begins, the pilot of a Ruinator, a scion of a fell household utterly dedicated to the art of the kill, selects a particular enemy unit to be its designated prey. This target will then know no peace, as the colossal Ruinator strides across the battlefield with a murderous focus, ignoring other threats as it closes the distance to its chosen victim. This singular obsessive drive reflects the twisted mentalities of the Chaos Knight pilots, who revel in the hunt and the methodical dismantling of their chosen prey before moving on to the next unfortunate soul. Arsenal of calculated destruction. While its ultimate goal is a close-quarter kill, the Ruinator is not without ranged armaments to soften up its target or clear a path. Dark Flame Lance. This terrifying main-ranged weapon vomits forth torrents of infernal energy, described as rivaling the destructive output of even the much-vaunted armaments of the Knight Tyrant class. It's a colossal flamethrower, capable of incinerating anything caught in its fiery blast. This weapon highlights the Ruinator's preference for short to medium-range engagements, ensuring it can deal damage even while closing in. Terrapulse Missile Launchers. These missile pods, mounted to either side of the Knight's torso, hurl swarms of armor-piercing ordnance. These missiles are designed to inflict significant damage, capable of reducing even heavily armored Space Marines to a crimson mist. They serve as a powerful secondary ranged option to further weaken the designated target. However, the Ruinator's true masterpiece of destruction lies in its primary melee weapon. Fellbore. This devastating, close combat weapon is described as a huge breaching drill or claw-type drill thingy. It's designed for one gruesome task: to bore through the strongest fortifications, the thickest hides of monstrous creatures, and the ceramite of even other knights. The imagery suggests a brutal, grinding attack that leaves a trail of splintered wreckage and pulped flesh. The mechanics of such a weapon on a knight scale are terrifying, implying it literally drills into its victim to inflict maximum carnage. Harbinger of Dread and Unrelenting Pursuit. Like all Chaos Knights, the Ruinator contributes to the Harbingers of Dread, psychological warfare, eroding the morale of nearby enemy units. This makes its prey even more susceptible to its relentless pursuit and brutal attacks. Its unique hunt ability, where it singles out and gains benefits against a specific target, emphasizes its role as a dedicated headhunter. This forces opponents to make difficult strategic decisions, either face the Ruinator's focused wrath head-on or try to hide their chosen unit, potentially at the cost of crucial battlefield objectives. In essence, the Chaos Knight Ruinator is a highly specialized and terrifying engine of war. It embodies the predatory nature of chaos, dedicating its entire existence to the systematic and brutal annihilation of a single chosen victim, making it a truly nightmarish force on the battlefield. Thank you for watching this episode of Chaos Knight's Lore. If you enjoyed it, make sure to let me know by giving it a like or leave a comment, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more. Thank you again for watching this episode of Chaos Knight's Lore. My name is Dreadblades, and I will see you in the next video.